It finishes 1-1. Let's welcome in Gab Marcotti. Gab, we've seen this a lot this season.
What? Juve playing well and
Juve drawing, Gab. I think that's 6, isn't it, in 11?
Yeah, but look, just because you can look at it and you can say that they keep dropping points. I think we've seen them play very well and we've seen them play really, really badly. I think this one, when you consider how well Atalanta played, when you consider that they could have won it if Cristiano had buried that penalty. Although, and by the way, Cristiano having one of his worst games this season that we've seen in a Juve shirt. I think there's more positives to take out of it. But obviously, yeah, it's 2 points dropped. Good news is Milan also dropped points.
Welcome to this debate, Craig, that me and Gab have been having for a while, because then I'll say to you, if Sarri had this start to the season, you'd be questioning whether or not he should be the man in charge, and you're just going to tell me now, Dan, this is just a transition. Pirlo wrote a nice thesis on what's going on in the world.
Well, that's the truth. That's what he did. That's the difference. Sarri didn't change anything. Sarri was supposed to be an agent of change, and he wasn't. Pirlo is trying to change things. It would be a hell of a lot easier. Listen, Dan, this is football, right? We've seen Juve play for the last 9 years. It would be a hell of a lot easier if they just put like 7 people behind the ball, lump it up to Cristiano, have somebody fall in the box. Oh, look, it's a penalty, and Cristiano converts it, and then everybody sit back, and then they win, right? That's a tried and tested formula. They want to change that because they don't believe that it works as much in modern football. They felt that they were perhaps a bit fortunate to win it last season. They don't believe it works in Europe. They want to play differently, but it takes time to go and do that. And that's what they're trying to do.
Juventus 4 points then off Milan at the top of the table. Gab, we talked a lot, didn't we, last week about Inter Milan crashing out of Europe, and some were saying the one silver lining on that was the fact that they could focus domestically. Obviously, a win today, but boy, they had to work hard for it.
Yeah, they're going to have to do a lot more focusing if they're going to make those extra days count. If you look at the way they played, well, especially once Napoli went down to 10 men, this was extremely nervy at the end for Inter. There's still a lot of things that Antonio Conte needs to work on to get the best out of his team, even when he made his changes. They just looked like a team that played with fear and without that aggression and that intensity, which in the past were hallmarks of Conte's teams. Now, you can get away with playing without aggression and intensity if you have other things going on. But the problem is Conte doesn't really have those other things going on either, especially when we saw it and against a good side, against a very talented side like Napoli, who are unfortunate as well. You saw how things turned out. But still, it's a win, and they look at the table and look, all of a sudden, Milan don't seem that far away.
As a result of Milan dropping points, Gab.
Yeah, and I think if you're Milan, look, Ibrahimovic is about to come back. Simon Kjaer is going to come back. I thought they deserved more out of this game based on the way they played. But they're playing without Ibrahimovic, without Benacer, without Gabbia and Kjaer at the back. The kid you saw, Kalulu, who ended up scoring the equalizer. I think this is only his second appearance for Milan, and he's actually really a right back. A teenage right back who has to play in central defense. So again, I think they showed a lot of character, and I think you're going to drop points eventually. But the unbeaten streak now up to 26 games in Serie A, and I think a very solid performance for Stefano Pioli.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.